Thank you.
Okay, in order to save some time for the lightning talks, I will try to finish in like 5 minutes and allow some questions. So everyone, I'm Vladislav Bidikov, I come from Skopje, Macedonia, and I have a very interesting story to tell you, which is part of it is very good, part of it is not that good. We started the initiative to create a university-neutral exchange several years ago, and this is our update on the matter, or should we say the baby is almost born. A bit about me, programmer hard. I started working for the Faculty of Computer Science 7 years ago. I have experience in networking for many years. Started playing with Ripe Atlas 4 years ago and got this crazy idea that Macedonia definitely needs an IXP 2 years ago. Some history, there was an initial idea before SE for my first SE, and this famous matrix project was intended to be an exchange made by the NRAN. Unfortunately, for the last 10 years, they're quite dead in the water, or they have zero of everything. So, based on my good cooperation with major ISPs, we started this idea about creating a project called Research Platform of Testbed for High Ability Internet Connection, which was a very political name in that period, how to disguise an IXP, because the story was not ready. It was a 3-year cooperation project, mainly between IXP universities and ISPs. In December 2006, with the help of RIPE, ISOC and some other people, we had this first meeting in getting key players on board, and first time in history, a lot of operators show up at the university for discussion, and the usual suspects you see in this room were responsible for the outcome. And we started officially the initiative, and we ran it for 9 months in 2017, and we expected that everything is ready. The idea is that we have a neutral thing, and we will start to be as a non-profit IXP, and that will be the beginning of what will become also a NOC. We started working on the project. We improved the university fiber network on 10G capacity. In the meantime, got a sponsored RIPE Atlas anchor, did the plan, have several key players on board, got some MOUs, got some switches which were not there before that, connected the switches between them, everything is online. And suddenly, when we needed to install IXP Manager in order to get the IXP running, we went to the chicken and egg problem, which I will spend the rest of my presentation on. We needed to get one AS, some IP address space, both IPv6, IPv4, and when we looked at the LEAR list for Macedonia, we ended up with none. And for the last 2 months, we are still trying to figure out who will provide the initial thing, because in reality, what we require is a real sponsorship for these resources, because most of the players are big ISP players, and they don't like to talk about it because they see problem in their business model when suddenly this IXP emerges. And the others are non-IT companies which are leaders, but they don't know that they have this possibility to sponsor resources for other people. So although we have some other plans on board and getting content players and DNS instances, we are dead in the water, and we are hoping that soon some help from the community will arise in order to overcome these problems. Because if we manage to do this until probably September, October, we will have these operators on board. If not, I think that we will return again 10 years in the past, when the same reason why IXP, the first IXP project failed. We have the staff, the experts, engineers, we are neutral. Some of us are really influent in the ISP industries, but of course we are fighting 2 big operators which are just selling upstream with very high prices. we need to show to other companies the benefits. The big thing we are lucky is that we're responsible for several national systems, so I think that as soon as packets start flowing, there will be a good chance that most of the operators will come on board. We hope with cooperation and some other projects we will manage to have this thing running really, really soon. So probably for the next CE there will be a very smiley upgrade, and you will see also that Macedonia is not the last country in the region without the IXP, because after the Bosnians created their own, I think that unfortunately we are the last officially. So any questions or discussion, I'm here to talk about.
Wow, you were very fast.
6 minutes.
I don't think you are in trouble because Nishal is going there and he knows IXPs.
Hi there, Nishal Govardhan, Packet Clearinghouse. I have a question. Your slide said upgrade the IXP entity to a legal entity. Is it a requirement by law?
No, but in the future, after let's say 2 or 3 years, this sponsoring person giving us the address space, we will probably need to become a leader ourselves in order to continue the process, and it's the only way that we can fix the problem as a university. For each thing we have to do this procurement procedure, and becoming LRR or anything like that is completely impossible with procurement procedures. So the only logical way will be like some form of organization, probably handled in a very managed way, in order to be non-commercial but still a separate legal entity in order to ease up procurement procedure and management. Because in this situation it will be impossible to get any real, even if we get, for example, money as a supporting situation, we will not have a way to use it properly. For example, the simplest way, if we become a leader, we have to ask for a procurement procedure, and then imagine RIPE NCC will have to come to this procurement procedure with an offer.
With another hat, Nishal Govardhan, Internet Exchange Point operator, I still run the Johannesburg Internet Exchange Point in Johannesburg. For 18 years, we ran as a completely non-legal, in fact, we're still not a legal organization. We just have someone that's allocated us the space. Our interests are in keeping costs low. So that's the basis of why I'm asking you why you need to register, that's all.
What we heard from the new amendments to the telecommunication law in Macedonia, probably.
Well, this is not illegal. This is they're called volunteers. You need to be on the mic.
Yeah. No, the problem is that there will be a legal problem very soon. As soon as packets starting to turn out and big operators will have to pressure away, and we expect that there will be a problem.
So you do expect a legal issue from the higher uppers?
Well, from some internal information, when someone heard that this is in cooking, and they felt that it's endangering their project, and suddenly I will quote them unofficially, they will have to hand over the IXP to us.
Okay, I'll find you during dinner.
Okay. You will have a lot of people around you at dinner. Okay, Vladislav, thank you very much.
Thank you.